Hi everyone, welcome to IT Voice Tech News channel. Today we have the pleasure of having Mr. Himanshu Jain, Director at Acro Engineering Company with us. So welcome to the channel.
Thank you very much.
Sir, in your own words, could you tell us about what Acro Engineering does? I know it's a big brand name, people are aware of it, but if you could hear from you.
Acro is basically a distribution house in India. We distribute about 25 different brands in India, and we have our own in-house brand called ANT Esports. ANT Esports is into into computer peripherals, components. Then we have a lot of lifestyle products into this complete category. And apart from this, we have a lot of other businesses as well. It's a completely family-owned organization, and we have a lot of other businesses. So we are into high street fashion for women. We're into pet category. We manufacture steel drums. We manufacture paints. So we employ about 2,500 people across India. Acro itself has about 19 different branches in India, and it again has various divisions into the ecosector. We have division that is taking care of the reseller business. We have division that is taking care of the e-commerce business and now the quick commerce business. We have a division that takes care of the corporate segment. So it's a big organization itself.
So there are many branches to the three that you described. So we would like to talk more about Acro in general and know the journey, how it all began, where it all began, the story behind it.
So, it started from a retail outlet by the name of SMC International in Nehru Place. It's still there, and it's quite old in the industry. So I was in US, and I came back to India, and dad is like, dude, what are you going to do? I said, I have no idea. He said, well, we have a lot of properties. Some of our properties are in Nehru Place, and it's a computer market. You want to try computer business? I said, no problems. Let's try it out. And when we started the retail outlet, and I saw there's a lot of gap in the brands available in US and what were available in India. So we explored that opportunity, and then the retail arm had to be separated out from the distribution segment. So that is the reason we started Acro Engineering Company.
So Acro Engineering, as you said, it's the distribution part of it. You have multiple brands under that purview. So what are your plans for the year 2025? As the leader for Acro Engineering Company, could you tell more about the year plans for 2025 for Acro Engineering?
For 2025, we are quite optimistic, and we are already expanding our portfolio into the lifestyle segment. So we have a lot of retail B2C products coming up, and some of them have already come up and they're quite successful. Most of them are going to be in our own name by the name of ANT Esports or ANT. So you have products like weighing machines, you have smart scales, you have hair trimmers, hair straighteners, you have solar lights, all these kind of different products that are coming up. We've set up a factory in India to manufacture power supplies. So this is first of its kind of factory outside of China, and we are making most of the components in India for the power supply, and it's coming in SKD format, and that is only the PCB layer, and most of the other components are getting manufactured in India, and we are assembling it. After this, I'm going to show you the factory, and you can have a look at it. We're also talking to the government departments because there are a lot of requirement for power supply for the other branded PCs that are there in India, so that we can make the power supplies locally in India and give it to them. So this is going to create a lot of employment in India, and also Make in India initiative will be fulfilled by this.
So good to know about the first of its kind factory that is coming up with under your vision, and that's something really good to know, taking the Make in India to a next level. So with the advancements in AI, like technology isn't something that has been evolving very rapidly, and now the buzz of the town is AI. So what are your thoughts on AI in general and how it would, I would say, shape the business or take it forward?
AI definitely has been a buzzword for the next 2 years, and when I actually talk to my vendors, for example, we have very close relations with NVIDIA as well, AMD as well, and we also distribute Razer as well. So everybody's talking about AI, and with when I see the technology that they're working on at this point of time, it's not even reached 10% of what the potential is. And it's obviously, for a normal human being, it's going to be survival of the fittest. It's not the matter, okay, because yes, for a normal human being, things are going to become much more easier, much more robotic and everything. But at the end of the day, he has to work also, he has to make a living, he has to run his family. So it is survival of the fittest as well. It's because right now people are liking it, that well, it's become so easy, but what about the jobs that are going to be gone because of all this? So it is survival of the fittest, and if it is used in the right productive way, it's going to create more jobs, it's going to create more efficiency.
So well put out thought there, that while it's going to take away some job, but it's definitely going to create some more jobs. It's an unprecedented market, and as you said, we are still at the 10% of it. More is to come. So how could you describe that? What makes Acro stand out from other players? What is the values, leadership, and vision that makes it stand from other players?
Our major focus whenever we sell a product or choose a product that we have to distribute is to make the customer very happy. Every product, when a customer buys, he should be a proud customer with respect to the product quality, with respect to the packaging, with respect to the stability of the product. It should not fail. If the product has to fail, it should be failing in my lab or in the R&D center. He should be a proud customer. And we do a complete 360-degree program whenever we distribute a product. So we value add the product, we understand the product, we make the customer understand the product, we do proper marketing for that. We have our own studio that you can have a look at it. We have our own R&D center, you can have a look at it. So we have a lot of gamers in-house in our own organization that only test the product, and that explain, they actually teach me how the product is running, what are the technology behind it. And this is so it's basically a proud customer feeling. That is the motto.
So very well put again. Again, customer is the king. You are trying to give them the best experience that you can. You have your R&D center, your own studio, so you know at the heart of it what the customer wants, and that's, I guess, very amazing. So moving on to my next question, as you said, the gaming industry is also evolving, and you have your very own brand. And so a little bit about that.
So because we were distributing all the top A grade brands in India, and we were quite expensive according to the Indian standards. So, whenever our sales team used to pitch the products, they will be like, "Sir, can we get something cheaper, So they said, nothing cheaper, because I will not compromise on the quality, I would not compromise on the technology behind it. So they said, can we launch our own brand? I said, okay, fine, let us launch our own brand. And that is how we got the thought of launching our own brand. Then it came to, okay, what should we name the brand? Okay, let's make the brand Acro. I said, Acro is the name of the company, we need a brand name. So what can be the brand name? Let's make it ANT. And they're like, why ANT? Of millions and billions of words, why have you chosen ANT? I said, because ant live in colonies. Okay, gamer also live in colonies. You have different type of ant. Like you have red ant, you have black ant, you have fiery ant, and same way there are different type of gamers that are there. Ant overall is a very powerful creature. Okay, they are there to help each other. They can pick up 100 times of weight of each other. So the ant overall as a creature has more mass than humans on this planet. So it's a very strong animal as such. So that is the reason we named it ant.
Glad to know the story behind it, and I think the audience would also appreciate. I'm very amazed to know that, as you said, the ant takes more mass than the humans on the planet. So that's something I did not know. So any final message for young entrepreneurs or people looking at this industry in general? from as one of the pioneers of the industry. Any final message to the audience?
You know, according to me, the industry is still to evolve. When I see the market scenario, a lot of people tell me, well, the market is down or market is good today or whatever. But the young population of India that is coming up is all educated, and everybody needs a computer, everybody needs a laptop, everybody needs a screen with a processor behind it, and the industry is still to evolve. So we've not even reached 20% of what the potential of this industry is in India.
So we just started a tour of a first of its kind PSU factory, and we have seen very cool things. I mean, the burn test and very technical terms per se, but that is very unique, and the products manufactured there are top notch, premium quality. But sir, if you could tell us in your own words, what makes it so different, and the first of its PSU factory, what the idea behind it, and how it's so special?
So I've been always into the technology behind it. Even when you asked about Acro, I was like, we are very particular about what products we distribute, what is the technology behind it, proud customer feeling. So we would actually get into the root cause of the product also, in case there is a failure. So any product that we distribute, we would actually dismantle it, play around with it, do a burn test, do a stress test, throw it around. And we want to understand that it has to be rough and tough so that it does not get faulty. So when we actually, because we distribute a lot of power supplies as well, so we try to understand that why is there a failure in a power supply. And over a period of time, actually I became an engineer. I'm an MBA from a finance background, but actually practically I became an engineer, I would say that. So I thought, let us start this power supply factory in India, because that's the heart of the PC. Because we already are selling motherboards, graphic cards, memories, everything. So in case there is a RMA of any of them, the backend is the power supply. It's very important to have a proper constant current to the system so that it runs perfectly fine. So we have a burn test when the power supply is made. We do 1.5 hour of a burn test, and that is at 100% capacity at about 100 degrees of temperature, and you would have seen the machines over there. During the manufacturing process, there are 7 different tests that are done, and they're again completely related to stress. There is another machine you would have seen is a vibration machine, wherein a product, when it's fully made, it's vibrated at high frequencies so that even in transportation or anything, no component falls off the power supply, and it can stand all kind of loads. So we are very particular about these tests, and because our power supply failure is practically 0.05%, 0.05%, and that is the lowest in the industry. And you can vouch for our power supplies. You can ask our channel partners about our power supply. You can see the review ratings of our power supply, and because it's the technology that behind it. And most of the components that are being used are all Japanese capacitors as well. So we don't use Chinese or Taiwanese capacitors. Most of them are Japanese capacitors.
Good to see. At the heart of it, you have the rigorous testing process. You are picking the premium, I would say, the parts for it, and ensuring the customer gets the best product. And as you said, you have the best power supply with practically nil failure chances. So amazing to see at the Indian man at the heart of it and taking it to the next level.
Even I would request you to see the power cord of the power supply. We are the only brand who is selling BIS approved power supply inside the box.
That's amazing, sir. That's what takes it, differentiates, and takes it above the rest.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.